Hello and welcome to Magnet Code. Today, I will be creating a tutorial on how to create a zombie shooter game. This is part 3 in this series, and I would encourage you to watch the first and second videos first. The links will be down in the description. So, the code this time is pretty long, so I will just go ahead and explain all of it. So this is setting up the canvas. So it's getting an element, which is the canvas element, and storing that in a variable called canvas. Next, I will get the context of the canvas, which is 2D, and name that variable as CTX. So then I will declare the canvas's width and height, making it big enough for the entire screen. Then I'm going to create a variable object right here and have it have an x variable property and a y property, a directional x velocity, a directional y velocity, a radius, rotation, and an update function. Next, I will have variables for different items in the game. I will have a draw player function so that I can call this function whenever I want to draw the player. Next, I have a background function that creates a nice background. Then I have a getDistance function which finds the distance between two given points. After that, I have a draw function, and it will clear the screen from the previous frame, then draw the background, then add the player, drawing the player, and update the player. Next, you have to render all of the bullets that have been created in the bullets array up top. So the bullets in this case are the balls that shoot out. Next, I can create another for loop which renders all the zombies, which are in this case following after me. Then after that, I can create a bullet class which has a speed, a radius, an angle with an x and y property inside, a vector with an x and y property inside, and an update function. Here, after, I can create a zombie class with an x and y, and I can have a lot of setup stuff like the rotation, the radius, and things like that. Here, after, I have a bunch of vectors and angles, and I shall have a console.log. This console.log is just for debugging to see what the ID of each zombie is so that I can access the zombie. The update player always updates the zombie to look exactly at the player. The vector is basically the rotation, and the angle is redeclaring it. Next, the x and y equals the x and y in the vector. Here, it detects for collisions between the bullets and the zombie so that the zombie will disappear if I hit it. Next, I can go into set interval, and I can use 1000 divided by 60, which represents 60 frames per second, and call it draw function, which, if you remember up top, here, it basically draws everything. Next, after that, I can also create another set interval. Basically, it assigns a zombie an ID and then creates a new zombie every 10 seconds. Next, I can create an event, and I can call the event key down. And when a key is pressed, it will, and if the key is D, it will move the player, or any of WASD. Now, I will add another event listener, and in this, if any of the keys WASD are pressed, it will stop the player. So then next, I can add another event listener called mouse move, which detects whenever the mouse moves. After that, I can create the last event listener called click, which does some math, and it makes a bullet fire in the right direction. So that is the end of the game for today. haven't already considered subscribing, please subscribe. It helps me a lot. Thank you so much for watching this video, and bye. See you later. This is the end product. So as you can see, if I click, it shoots a bullet. And if I click in the right place, I can shoot a bullet and the zombie dies. And every 10 seconds, a new zombie spawns in. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye.